Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here at CrossFit Garage where we want to help you build a firm foundation in fitness, food, and finances. So this episode is about Bring a Friend Week, which is coming up. I suppose if you're listening to this now, it's going to be October 16th all week long. In the future, ask your friends when it's coming up, but everything that I'm going to say here is going to still be true. I'm going to tell you how to get involved and then what to expect and what you should and shouldn't do. So I'm going to give you everything that you ever want. So members, pass this podcast, or you saw on YouTube as well, pass it on to your people and they can get an idea of what we are about to do. So Bring a Friend Week is October 16th. And the idea is we want to do a couple things. One is we want to give our members the opportunity to show their friends what they're doing. A lot of times people don't really understand what CrossFit is, and they're thinking it's maybe something that it isn't, or you tried to explain it, or as one of the guys in the gym said, my wife thinks I just come in here and chat with you guys. So we do want to do work, and we want to show you that. So we want our members to be able to show you, their friends and loved ones, what it is. We also want to advertise, right? When we want to show those that are local or even if you're out of town, what we're doing, so that if you like this, then yeah, let us help you. It is true, we do need to add members all the time because members are always moving, quitting, whatever, right? So it's just, we don't have a huge revolving door, but our membership is usually about 100 to 150 members, and that's where we like to stay, because anything more than that, we'd have to change our systems and options and a whole lot of things. So when we want to add members, we really want to add people that really fit who we are, and Coach Jamie actually walks people through that. So I've said this before, our gym, we really like to attract and grow people that are happy, humble, helpful people who want to be healthy and fit now as well as in your 90s, and I'll show you a screen on that. So we actively pursue those type of people. When people come in the gym and they don't fit that, we'll actually help them find another gym that isn't us, because it's better to have a better fit. That way they actually go and do the things they should be doing, which is exercise. Every day you exercise is better for you in the future. Yes, it is hard, but it is probably easier to exercise than it is to be older and have that hard life. So who wants to be moved into an old folks home because you can't stand up or sit down? That's just crazy, right? Okay, so I'm going to go through these things. So the what is Bring a Friend? When is October 16th? Where? Obviously CrossFit Garage. We are across the street from Black Rifle Coffee and sort of down the road from First Baptist Woodstock. So you'll see that. The why, because we want to share the love and we want to give love to our members, as well as find people who are already loved by our members. Because seriously, right? If they fit that mold, they're probably friends with people who fit that mold, and we love to fill the gym with people that you already love and that are already on that right same track. And then the how. So the how is you have to have a friend here for this week. If you don't have a friend here, it doesn't really work, so find a friend. I guess I could be your friend. It's not supposed to be an open to the random world. It is friends and loved ones, right? We'll do another one later in the future that is for anybody who's ever been out there that's in our lead system, but this really isn't that time. There's another one coming up in November that'll be specifically for alumni, and it's basically if you've been here for two or 3 months or longer, then you moved on or you paused or whatever, and you want to jump back in for a week, we got you. This is different because we're going to edit the workouts and help you guys. We're going to focus on you, the friend, and help you understand even more so what's going on, as well as reduce some of the complicated movements, maybe not for the members, but definitely for you guys, and help you understand what will happen and how it'll go and what kind of effort you should put into this. Okay. So, this is our beginning of our website. If you're watching the video, you'll see all this. I'll try to explain some because I typically do these in podcasts, but I know some of you guys like YouTube better than podcasts. So anyway, we want to help you become the hero of your own story and get your life back, right? So that's probably our predominant theme is being healthy now as well as in our 90s. So if you haven't done anything in 30 years, yeah, no problem. If you were younger and you're just getting started and you want to stay healthy, man, good on you. I started about when I was 30. I wish this was around a long time ago or longer than that. So 15 years of good health. I can stand up, sit down. I can climb a rope without any legs. I can do some pretty unique things because I'm still doing all the time. Okay. Yeah, I got some hot tea going on here. I'm off of coffee again because I have a race coming up. Hot tea doesn't quite cut it, but yeah, that's what I've got. All right, so right here, you're going to see our little tagline. We are happy, humble, helpful people who want to be healthy and fit now, as well as in our 90s. I also wanted to show you guys what the gym looks like. I had a guy come in, actually Daniel, he's a member now, and he walked in between classes. I said, yes, it is very unimpressive to see the gym because it's just a big open floor space, but all the stuff is on the side. So let me drill into this. So this is a virtual tour we did a long time ago. The gym looks a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same. So if you go to our About page, you'll see this virtual map, and then you can click to go deeper, or you can, I guess, drive it right there. But for you guys that are watching, so the gym is a very large open space. It's about 3,500 square feet of open space, and then we have about 1,500 square feet of office area, where we've got 2 or 3 offices, some merchandise, another bathroom, and a kitchen. And so this is just this back room. So if you look, you're like, wow, that's a big open space. Yep, that is. And if you look, there's no machines, so it's not very intimidating. But we will create the workout. So as Daniel saw, the floor was wide open, nothing really going on. Everyone came out, we started warming up. And then I said, just wait, you're going to see what happens. And then we brought gear out to build our own workout for that workout of the day. So I'll explain a little bit more of that in a moment. But this is what the gym looks like. It's very big. It's wide open. It's 3,500 square feet with 30-foot ceilings. There's a rig on the wall. There are plates on the wall. There's barbells. Actually, they're not hanging on the wall anymore, but they're over there. We got rowers and bikes, and it's just a big box. And actually, if I spin this around, you'll see there are 2 garage doors. One of them is open, and we typically have those open. We also now have one of those large ceiling fans giving us some sweet air movement. Okay, so that's what the gym looks like. If you are, I would encourage you, if you're a little bit nervous friend, just go online and look. I'll attach this as well in the show notes so you can just go scroll to it. But it's on our website, weirdly, CrossFitGarage.com, right? I know, it's so clever. And let me go through a bit more of what you can expect and show you a little bit about the programming so you'll understand coming into it. It is not going to be, hey, you just got here, I want you to do a 400-pound deadlift and then 6 muscle-ups. That is not what we're going to do. So it's going to be an easy introduction. And I tell people all the time when they're brand new, look, leave something on the table so you can come back tomorrow. And that typically is going to be something like, hey, let's say it's a 20-minute workout. I'm going to say, work out for a minute, rest for a minute, work out for a minute, rest for a minute. And I know many times they're like, no, I don't want to do that. Trust me, you definitely want to do that. So anyway, what we're going to do, let's do this first. Programming. So we currently follow CrossFit affiliate programming. So they are CrossFit and they program for affiliates. So they have 2 different styles of programming. One is individual, and they follow a 3 days on, 1 day off scenario, which is hard to do as a business. So CrossFit affiliate programming programs 7 days a week. So that's already takes into account that the gyms are typically open 7 days a week, and we are. So Bring a Friend will be Monday to Friday. So don't come every day of the week. Just Monday to Friday. Also, let us know you're coming. Talk to your friend. We're going to, I'll get into the how, but essentially, we just need you to fill out a waiver, and I like to let the coach know you're going to be there so that there's already kind of a handshake going on. You're getting a warm intro. Of course, you're going to have your friend there. I guess you don't even have to go to class with your friend. If you can't make the same times, that's totally fine. We'll work it out. So remember, if you got a friend and they can't go to your time, just let me know, and I'll do my thing. All right, so we follow their workout. In this workout, let me scroll up to the top. I'm looking at CrossFit's affiliate programming. So I don't have the programming for March 16th. They don't go that far out. Right now, I'm looking at September 12th. And so what they show on September 12th is the RX format, or doing it as prescribed. You're going to do, it's an AMRAP of 12, or AMRAP 12. What that stands for is as many rounds as possible in 12 minutes. So the workout is 12 ring dips and 12 sumo deadlift high pulls, 75 pounds for the girls, 115 pounds for the guys. Okay. So you may be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, I can't do ring dips. That's okay, there's options. CrossFit will give you some options, but our coaches are a little bit better at creating scales and modifications. CrossFit doesn't know who you are, so they just give 3 options. So that's RX. Intermediate is 9 ring dips, and then 12 sumo deadlift high pulls at a lighter weight. The beginner is foot-assisted ring dips. What that means is you're either jumping or you're standing through it. And then sumo deadlift high pulls, but a lot less weight, so 45 and 65 pounds. We could even edit that even more. I would probably tell somebody, hey, let's do box dips. So you're just sitting or off the edge of a box, and then we're just going to do regular old sumo deadlifts and not do the high pull. So we can adjust this, and you don't have to go like, I don't even know what I'm doing. That's okay. You're also going to have your friend there or other friends who will say, hey, watch me, I will help you. So we would take you through this. Let's just say you could do a ring dip. We're going to do a warm-up. Then we're going to have people move over to the rings. We're going to teach them ring dips. We'll teach them how to kip on the ring dip if they want to. We have a matador or a solid ring dip kind of handhold, so it's not rings that are movable in 2 dimensions, so it's a little bit easier to use. We're going to teach you how to do the sumo deadlift high pull. We actually haven't done that in quite a while in the gym, so this will be fun, teaching everybody something kind of new. Now, if you were watching this, you can see it. So they actually tell us, and I love this, so what's the intended stimulus? This is probably the key aspect of CrossFit. It's not do this RX. That's not what it is. So they're saying the intended stimulus, whatever you pick, you should be able to do 5 to 8 rounds. So let's just settle on 6. Hey, you can do 6 rounds, and we want you to be able to do the movements in 1 to 3 sets, right? So that's basically saying it's light or easy for you, easy-ish, right? If you can do 1 set of 12 ring dips, yeah, that's easy. Now at the end, you're going to probably break that down because your arms are getting tired. That's fine. So they're going to have less than a minute of work in each movement. So basically we're moving fast. So a minute to do ring dips, a minute to do sumo deadlift high pulls, and you're going back and forth pretty quick. Obviously, if you do that, that divides out, that's 6 rounds. So that makes total sense, right? They are, the movement is targeting your shoulders, right? So you've got the ring dip through your shoulders, and the high pull is also pulling them. So it's a push-pull. And there's some coaching goals, so they give us some ideas. Of course, we've been coaching for a long time, so we don't necessarily need to read through all this. But it is nice too, and even 15 years into it, I still do, and I still watch the video because it's always nice to have good information, right? So they talk about the scaling. Like I said, they give 2 options for scaling. As coaches, we can be a little bit more individualized because we're talking to you, and you may say, hey, actually, my left shoulder hurts. Like, okay, well, great. Well, let's change that. CrossFit, they can't put in, like, scales for everybody out there because it would be just insane, right? Then there's the logistics things like, hey, this is what we're going to do, whiteboard and so forth. They also do give us a warm-up. We sometimes follow that. I'm going to jump into what our system looks like and give you a little bit more idea of what other days would be, so what it would look like to come in. I'll do maybe like 1 or 2 more days, and I'm going to talk about the actual coming in and doing this, okay? So this is Wodify. It's our tool for our workouts, and actually, let's look at this. So this is the workout we were just looking at. This is September 12th. Here's the workout. I'm actually going to grab this warm-up and move it to the top. I don't know why they put it in the second thing, but whatever. So they have a general warm-up, and it would look something like this. Hey, class, come on in here. We're going to do a minute on the bike, rower, or jump rope, and then we're going to do 3 sets of that with 15-second rest. And then we're going to do 2 sets of good mornings, knee push-ups, Supermans, hollow rocks, and foot-assisted ring dips. What does that mean? The coach is going to take you through that entire thing. So just know there is a general warm-up that everybody's going to do. Then you see the workout. They'll have about a time for it, and go. And then at the end, there is some sort of stretching or rolling out. Unfortunately, a lot of members just be like, all right, see you later, bye. I'll stretch at home. Like, yeah, we're going to try to help everyone stay and stretch, and especially because you're brand new. We want to see that. All right, so Wednesday the 13th is deadlift. And again, this is September 13th, not October, so we're not doing these workouts. I just can't see that far in the future with CrossFit. So this is what I can see. So they've got deadlifts. This is great. This is a great movement for everybody to practice and to work on. So we will be doing deadlifts. We will probably add a little something extra in there, like maybe our baseline workout, so that we'll do a lot of deadlifts, and then we'll have a little bit of racing cardio with the baseline workout. So what would happen is, actually I'll do this, I'll walk you through this exact class. So what you would expect, I would hope that you show up a little bit early. You probably would have already signed a waiver. I'll put a link in the show notes, but also your member friends will have this link. If not, you can do it at the gym, no problem. So we'll fill out a waiver. Nobody works out without a waiver in this crazy lawsuit-ridden world. And so you come in a little bit early, let's say 5 to 10 minutes early. Maybe a class is finishing up. Coach is going to see you, wave to you. There'll be other people in there. You're going to get introduced. You'll meet some people. They'll talk. We'll talk about chickens, growing vegetables, children. I don't know, whatever, right? And then the next thing that we've got is some skill work. oh, sorry, I messed up there. So you'll come in and you'll log into Wodify. So once you've done the waiver, you can actually log into our system. And I didn't grab that. Let me pull that up. Let's see, how would I get to that from here? Oh man, this is where I show you that I don't know how to use my own system. Let me pause this and get that done. Okay, so this is our coaches board. You'll see this up on one of the screens. And we just simply drop down the time that we're at. And then you type in your name. So I would just say, in my case, Andy. If you were a friend, you may not be able to do this. It just depends if I was able to switch your membership over in time to trial. Otherwise, we'll just show that you have a waiver. Hopefully, I'll get that done for everybody. But anyway, you find your name, click it, and hit sign in. Poof, you are in class. When you are in there, we would love for you to log results. Now, since you're on a trial, it's not going to save anything, so it's not as important, but it is fun to log everything because you get to see your success over time. So right now I'm hovering over one of the chart icons, and it's showing me my front squats since 2013. So I can see all these numbers. My heaviest ever, 285 pounds, which I don't know if I can do that anymore, but when was that? It usually tells you, let's see, right there. So yeah, it was actually way back in 2013, and then I really haven't tried to go that heavy. So who knows? Maybe I even counted the weights wrong, because that is a step above. Oh no, that's a 1 rep. No, that's not 213. So 255 in 2019, it's not bad. Anyway, so you'll log in, you get to see yourself. If you remember, then it gets tracked. And you'll see right here on Craig Guffey, he has actually got a star because he got a 15-pound PR, personal record, over his last time lifting. Matt Decker, same thing. He got a 20-pound PR. Good stuff. Camilla got a 20-pound PR, and Laura Wolf got a 20-pound PR. So that's pretty sweet. So we see people's numbers and them moving through time. We don't want to just say, yes, I feel fit, but in fact, I am fitter. So we know this stuff is working. Okay, so you would have signed in, and then the coach is going to, let me pull up the outline. So let's see if you can see it here. Does it show it? It does not. Why does it not show that? Let me go forward a day and see if there's a better outline for their timing. Nah, they don't really have it here. It's, I guess, over on the side right here. So I'm looking at logistics. So typically you're gonna have a whiteboard brief for the first 4 to 5 minutes. Then there's some sort of general warm-up. So that's the thing that I talked about, and I'll show it right here. It's, let's see, on the deadlift day, the warm-up is we're gonna bike for 2 minutes, do some good mornings, some Cossack squats, some stretches, and then bike for 2 more minutes, or row. So that's a general warm-up. Then we'll have a skill-specific warm-up. So for the deadlift, obviously we're going to be starting to warm up our deadlift. It's probably not that complicated. It's going to be, hey, let's start warming up our deadlift. We're going to coach through it. We're going to tell you, hey, keep your heels under your hips. Let's look at your back and coach you into a successful form. So we always go form first, then you can add weight. Once you're successful with the weight, then we'll let you go at speed with that weight. So speed is always last because we want you to be safe. Anyway, so then there's a little bit of break, go to the bathroom, get things set up, and then you can see right here the workout. And this particular one is 30 minutes to 48 minutes, so it's an 18-minute time domain. And usually there is some sort of cutoff, so you're not just working out like, oh, I can never finish this. It's going to take me 24 hours. And then there's some sort of cool down. The cool down, in this case, it's 12 minutes of cool down, so we would definitely be rolling and stretching together as a group. And that is, which day is that? That's the 13th, so that's, yeah, the deadlift day. What else would happen for you? Let me pull that back up on my notes. So you would do the workout, or you would do the warm-up, then there would be some specific training, then we'd get the workout set up, whatever it is. If you're looking at the screen with me right now, today is September the 7th, so they had 6 push-ups. Oh, that's a warm-up. It was a 14-minute EMOM, and they had some hollow rocks, some ring dips, and let's see. I can't see that. My eyes are not small enough to read all of those. So it's an every minute on the minute for 14 minutes going back and forth. And strict ring dips, it seems to be the key. So there's not actually very much gear that needs to go out. Not everybody can do ring dips. So, oh, it was front squat. That was the other bit that I couldn't see. So we would pull out other gear to help you. So if you're brand new and you're like, yeah, I can't do ring dips, that's not going to happen. Totally fine. We'll pull out some boxes. You put your arms out on the box and your feet are out in front of you and you do dips off of the box. So we're still retaining that movement, but we're making it a little bit easier for you. So anybody can push off a box. We'll show you how to do that. You can level up and try to go a little bit harder. I would always recommend, so let me go back to this deadlift workout. So the deadlift actually says it is 6 sets of 3, which means it's going to be pretty dang heavy, right? I would tell everybody at the beginning or that's brand new, you are not going heavy because you just started doing this. So we would probably keep it as like 6 sets of 10. So you're always going to be light. There's lots of reps, and we can watch your form. And between the reps, I would probably say, hey, maybe it's 4 sets of 10, and I'm going to have you roll your back while the other guys are doing it. Because using your back in this way, after not having done something for a very long time, could be weird on you, right? So we want to get ahead of that and roll you out. So we are a fan of doing stuff, even when it doesn't feel great, because we're going to roll and we're going to stretch. If you're told, hey, you should never use your knees again, we just don't think that's a very valuable answer, because you need to use your knees. Or, hey, don't ever do that again. Why don't we actually figure out what's going on and try to fix that? Okay, so the other thing that would happen for you guys, I already told you you're going to show up a little bit early, you're going to do a waiver, you'll be going through the warm-up, you'll have specific warm-up, there'll be a whiteboard brief. And then eventually things are going to get pulled out. The coach is going to walk around, make sure everybody's good to go. We'll do some thumbs up. And he or she is going to say, 3, 2, 1, go. And everybody starts working out at the same time. If it's a time priority workout, that means I'm doing it for time. Then when you're done, you're like, time. And you look at the clock and you write that down. If it's do this for 12 minutes, then you're counting or tracking the repetitions that you do, and you'll mark that down. And we'll show you ways to do that. We've got these 1x1 whiteboards, and you can write stuff down on it. So it makes it easy to keep track of stuff while you're in the middle of a workout. How hard should you go? Not hard at all. You should not try to beat your friend. They've been doing this for a while. Yes, you may be able to keep up for a little bit, but it won't last, and the next day you're not going to feel great. So our goal is to have you come back the next day. So do some, get a little taste test, and then the next day you'll be like, yeah, I feel a little tight. That's great. We're going to do some more and get that tightness off of you, and then you'll come back the next day. So you're going to use all week. You're going to catch every movement we can do. You're going to have warm-ups. You're going to have stretches. You're going to have cool-downs. It's going to be great. The thing that you shouldn't do is go crazy hard, because that is not what you do in a week. That is like saying, hey, I think I'll run a marathon with you. Let's just go. And you go. Why would you do that? Now, if somebody's training for a marathon, they may say, hey, why don't you come out and jog with me? Perfect. Anybody can jog, and they would probably tailor it back so they're not going to crush you. Same thing here, except our members are not going to probably tailor their own workout back. They want to get a workout in, right? So we want them to go with a relative intensity that is, on a scale of 1 to 10, it'd be something like an 8. For you, we want it to be something like a 3 or 4, because we do not want you to find yourself in a weird place, okay? So go easy. In a 12-minute, as many rounds as possible workout, I would probably say work out for 45 seconds and take 15 seconds off. That way you always have built-in rest. And you may think, Andy, yes, just 12 minutes. I could do that. Yeah. Talk to your friend. That is a trap. CrossFit's... The sweet spot of CrossFit is this 8 to 14 minute time domain, usually about 12, and doing couplets or triplets, so 2 movements or 3 movements, and you think to yourself, oh, that's not that hard. It will get you, and you'll move fast. Now, wow, can 12 minutes really get you fit? I mean, it depends what your fitness level is and what you're trying to aim for, but I'm going to say yes to pretty much everything. I do these endurance races, so we're out in the woods for 12 hours, and this is all I do. So does it work for that? Yes. I got people doing mud races, obstacle races, whatever. Got them doing racing motorcycles. I mean, it works for everything. My kids use it for soccer. So this is great. 12 minutes of working out does work. It's the intensity behind the movements that we're doing is what really drives this neurological adaptation, this fitness adaptation. So CrossFit, as you probably already know, is constantly varied functional movements executed at high intensity. The high intensity is a part we want to avoid for this first week, because you're just a visitor. We haven't really given you everything, all the tools in your toolbox. We even tell people in the first month, hey, go easy, don't go crazy hard. We want you to come back. We want you to learn your body. So intensity is the driver, but only when you're ready for it. Okay, so you do the workout, 3, 2, 1, go. Everybody's sweating, everybody's moving. And then you're like, okay, I'm done, or the time is up, or time, whatever, you're finished. What happens then? Well, you're probably going to lay on the floor a little bit. You're going to high-five some people. The coach will come by, high-five you. Eventually, you're going to clean up your gear. You'll take the spray bottle, spray it into one of the cloths, wipe whatever it is that you're using down, and then put it all away. Then we'll stretch or roll. Of course, some people are going to be like, see ya, and they're out the door. I would love it if you stayed and stretched and rolled. Give us your 60 minutes. It's our gift to you, so use it. Members, I would encourage you to stay with your friend and stretch and roll. I know a lot of you love to just get up and go and say, I'll do it at home. Of course, we know how that goes. So stay, stretch, and roll. When you're done with that, you can log your scores, and then you'll be done and you'll be ready to come back for tomorrow. What should you wear? Just comfortable athletic gear. It doesn't really matter what you wear. Our gym is not really one that is into like wearing like skimpy clothes. So you will see people probably like here and there pull a shirt off because I'm getting hot. Totally fine. But you're not going to see people in like, I don't know. I don't even know if people do. I haven't been to a regular gym in so long. I can't really tell you, but what they wear. But it is not skimpity. I mean, people do wear Lululemons and athletic tight stuff. But I don't know. People here are usually a bit more reserved. That's just how we are. So I would say just ask your friend, hey, does this look right? It's really not complicated. I pretty much show up in shorts and a t-shirt and go working out. Probably the most useful piece of thing that you could do is have the right shoe. So if you've got some like crazy old shoe, that is fine. But just realize sometimes your shoe, if you're not placing your foot correctly, can cause some weirdness. So I'm not saying go out and buy shoes. I'm just saying be conscious of that. If you've got a nice shoe that you can wear to work out, we don't scuff them up. You're going to be in there doing normal things. It's not like you're going to go run through a puddle or something. So I actually have a particular shoe I take to CrossFit. It's a Innovate F-Lite XF, so CrossFit or XFit, and I use that one all the time. And I actually have a spare one sitting in this shelf behind me, so when the ones I've got go, I already have another pair ready for me. Okay, so that is what's happening in class. I think I've covered everything. It's the when is October 16th. The how is get a waiver, have a friend, come in, let me know. We'll make sure that the coaches know. Come a little bit early. You're going to warm up. You will work out. You'll put your gear away. You'll stretch and roll out. High fives all around, and that's it. We also have a podcast. I've got this pulled up right now. If you want to go through some of the older podcasts, I've got one in there. Is Why We Do What We Do. Let's see if I can find that. I don't know. There it is. So it was July 18th. Why We Do What We Do is 3 or 4 days a week enough. And then there's other podcasts in there like Hire a Mentor or a Coach to Shortcut the Process. That's August 8th. We are your mentor, so hire us or anybody else, right? There are other people in there. So typically what you're going to see is a name, and then in parentheses, I put their age. So you can find somebody that maybe represents you, and you could say, let me see what they're saying about CrossFit here at the garage. And I will admit, CrossFit's not all the same at every single location. So, find one that fits you. I got another one on July 4th, which is building habits. So the obvious one was, hey, how do you build a habit of working out? But it doesn't have to be that. It could be a habit of anything. On June 27th, I did one on know your food's source. So it's good to actually know what you're putting in your body. Anyway, so you can go through there and see a bunch of different podcasts. You can listen to it directly on Buzzsprout, which is who I use to host the RSS feed, or you can find us on any of the apps. So we're on everything: Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Apple or Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Alexa, Podcast Addict, Castro, Castbox, Podchaser. I don't know if some of these even existed. Pocket Cast, Deezer, Listen Notes, Player FM, Podcast Index, Podfriend, Good Pods, and a couple other ones like whatever. If you search for CrossFit Garage, you're going to find us. You might have to put in CrossFit Garage Andy McCann, but we should pop up. So you can watch that. I also, obviously, I'm doing a YouTube video of this one as well. This video will be in here eventually. So the YouTube video, if you search Andy McCann or specifically at Andy McCann 42, you'll find us. I've got a lot of different playlists. So if you're interested in, let me pull some of this up. I got a playlist for rental properties when I go fix things. Campacoe, solar power, Bitcoin, Lightning Network, summer strength for kids. I got rental property, so I guess I have that twice. Our play, so when we go out and have adventures, adventure racing, our farm dog. I got to do another one with him. Incubating chickens, chess, Bitcoin, ducks, chickens, farms, entrepreneur, health, homesteading, CrossFit, soccer, and some other favorites. So there's a lot of things that I know it's diffused. You're like, wow, that's a lot of things to cover. It's just stuff that I'm interested in my life, and I put it out there in case it helps somebody. So you can find podcasts or YouTube YouTube video on some of this. We also have a bunch of shorts. So if you want to see people doing movements, I've got couple seconds of a bunch of people doing different things. You can go through the shorts and see some of that. and just check out what we're doing. See if you'd enjoy it. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. I'd love to see you at Bring a Friend on October 16th or any Bring a Friend in the future. I just don't know when those dates would be. Typically, they're in February and October, but or March maybe, I don't know. So be on the lookout. We will also do a alumni week in November. All right, guys, you take care. Remember, here at CrossFit Garage, you can find us on all the socials. You can hit me at Andy@CrossFitGarage.com. My phone number is all over our website. You can call me, text me, whatever. And here at the Garage, we want to help you become the hero of your own story. We are looking for happy, humble, helpful people who want to be healthy and fit now, as well as in your 90s. Take care.